All right, I'm going to go ahead and do my protein minute video. The protein I chose is glutenin. It's one of a handful of proteins or it's a protein that helps form gluten when making bread. Um, in the wheat and rye and barley, um, I've seen a few different proteins that go by this name when looking through databases, trying to find information about it. But the general consensus is that it's used for protein storage in the seeds of wheat. It's also in rye and barley, um, but it's used to store protein in those seeds. So that way, when the seeds end up germinating and sprouting, the plant that comes out has protein to use. I found a structure of it on um, AlphaFold. It's just a protein structure database. Um, this is its sequence. It's this particular one that I found is about 660 or so amino acids long. There's lots of um, glutamines in here. There's also a fair amount of proline when looking through here, which makes most of it, at least according to this database, adopt a random coil. There are some alpha helices here fairly early in the sequence, um, but at least the database isn't really. The database is fairly sure that they're here. That's what the structure might do. It's not as certain about what it is there. Um, but other interesting things that glutenin is um, known for is it's one of the proteins that make gluten when making bread. So it's glutenin and gliadin is the other one. But glutenin helps form the gluten network, which makes bread stretchy. When kneading bread dough, it's kind of like forcing it to like unfold in a way that lets it um, hydrogen bond to other segments. It's also one of the things that people with celiac disease can't necessarily metabolize, so it can cause some gastrointestinal distress along with other symptoms in people with celiac disease. But yeah, gluten is an interesting thing. I found other um, forms of it on this database, and they all seem to adopt a alpha helix structure at the beginning, and then the farther along the sequence it gets, the more and more towards a random coil it ends up becoming. Probably because there's lots of prolines in the sequence. But yeah.